Alright, just making a brief little video on something dumb that I did. And Goji Center was doing their whole hybrid war thing, and I was trying to decide if I should actually join in on it. And I don't have any artistic skills, but I do have Lego models, so why the heck, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I mean, it didn't specify that they had to be drawn pictures, did they? Maybe they did somewhere, but I didn't see it, so I thought, what the heck, I'll just throw something into the ring. I had this idea for it, and I decided to make it. So you might notice that this is just a slightly edited Ankylosaurus from when I made my Ankylosaurus. And I'll just quickly do a rundown. It shouldn't be a very short video because it's just a slightly, like, if we're talking what this thing's actual proportions in real life are, it's a slightly larger Ankylosaurus with some key traits. Obviously, it's Ankylosaurus as a base. From there, we get a Margosaurus. Now, Margosaurus has these big back spikes to the head and everything. That's still white on that. Okay, there we go. And so we got most of these like back spikes up the front. Those are all from the Margosaurus. Next up, I think we have a Shunosaurus, and I wanted to put it back here, but it's kind of hard to represent it. I couldn't find like a spiky enough thing. Shunosaurus has like a little club tail that has like some bumps like on it, I think. Yeah, I don't know if they call them osteoderms or just extra bone nodules. I don't know, but it has like bumpy club tail, which I added it in for that, basically just that specifically. Next up we have Kentrosaurus, which has these giant shoulder spikes as well as back plates that we can see along here and some extra spikes onto the back. Polacanthus for these spikes along the side for the most part. Polacanthus has those giant side spikes. And Diplodocus would be there to give it like extra leg support because of what's going to be coming up next. There are two non-dinosaur inclusions, and those are the pangolin, which is armored in 360 degrees. So basically we can cover up the belly, the legs, and everything that isn't armored on an Ankylosaurus with the pangolin. So this thing is 360 degree armored. And finally, we add a species, I think I looked it up, the scaly-footed gastropods. They're volcanic snails whose shells and bodies are covered in iron. So that's why it's all metallic. This Ankylosaurus would have a lot of extra weight, probably a few extra tons, because all of its body, all of the armor, every bit of it is covered in iron, just like the snails. So we have a 360 degree armored Ankylosaurus covered in armor and spikes. This thing would be slow, unwieldy, and lacking in any agility. But it also would be virtually impossible to actually hurt it, short of, I don't know, a nuke or some extremely like anti-material rifles. I created a creature that wasn't really intended to beat the Indom, which is why I don't know if it's going to survive. Its purpose is to just be incapable of being harmed by the Indom, or really anything besides humanity. This thing is immune to predation. It is the most extreme form of Ankylosaurus you could possibly design. And it's beautiful. And I hope that it does get the submission in because it would be kind of funny to see it. I don't think I'm going to win. This is just such a stupid thing. But I thought to myself, I'd regret not entering something considering it's a big thing that people are doing. And so here it is. I don't have any art skills, so hopefully they accept a Lego model as a design because I just don't have the artistic talent. That could get me disqualified, I'm going to be honest. It didn't specify drawn, it's just that you had to have an image of it, and so I do have images of it. I created some renders, so hopefully they count. And I don't know, if I get lucky, maybe they'll actually end up in the fucking top 16. Just the dumbest. Like I said, I think I call it Ankylodeus maximus. It's right up there. Just, fucking the largest armored god. I think that's what it means. I don't remember perfectly, but it's just, it's so stupid, and I couldn't resist. This was the idea I had. The only other option I thought of was making like a Pachycephalosaurus with just one really big horn. That's only thing, is that it just jumps straight out the Indom and stabs it in the chest. Which is even dumber, but I just thought I'd go with a much more... Probably, I imagine a lot of people are going to submit designs like this. I just wonder how many of them are going to be using things like the pangolin or the scaly-footed gastropod to give it 360 degree iron armor. I'm creating Iron Dino over here. And yeah, that's basically it. I have no faith in this thing surviving the tournament. I don't even think my submission will work because, again, they didn't specify it had to be drawn, but I feel like they're going to disqualify me for it anyways. We'll see. It's something silly I wanted to do, and so I did it, and here it is. It's really dumb. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.